Rainbow and Nutella Palmiers Cookies.
Let's see what's cooking. It's time for yoyomax12.
Hello everyone. This recipe actually started off with a mistake on my part. I wanted to buy phyllo pastry to make baklava, and I ended up buying puff pastry by mistake. I mixed up the boxes and grabbed the wrong one. So I decided to try to make something with them, and I decided to try to make palmiers, which are little cookies made with the puff pastry. So I rolled out the piece of puff pastry until it was nice and thin. And then for the rainbow cookies, I just put stripes of colored sugar all the way down. And I probably used just a little bit too much sugar here, but I wanted to make sure that the colors would be vibrant and there would be a lot of color, so I put a little extra. But if you're going to try these, I would probably say you could get away with about half of that amount of sugar on these. And I'm going to add pink here, and yes, I know that it's not part of the rainbow, but I had a little white strip at the end there and I wanted to add some color to it. And then what you do is you roll it up, starting from one end, and go to the halfway point and stop. And then go to the other side and roll that up to the middle point and then stop. So you get two rolls that touch in the center. And then wrap this up and put it in the refrigerator so that it's going to be easier to cut later. And then with the other part of that puff pastry, I rolled it out and I decided to cover it with some Nutella. And I did the same thing, just rolled up the sides inward to the center. And then I threw some plastic wrap on top of it and then put that in the refrigerator to firm up as well. Now, you don't have to refrigerate it for that long, but 30 to 40 minutes is plenty. And then you're going to take a sharp knife and you're going to cut slices about 3/4 of an inch to an inch thick, and you're going to place them on a cookie sheet that's been covered with parchment paper, or in this case I'm going to use my trusty silicone mat. And I just pushed them down just a little bit because I wanted there to be nice contact between the sugar and the dough when they were baking. And the same thing with the Nutella cookies as well. Slice those up into nice big slices and put them on a cookie sheet. Now what I did differently with the Nutella cookies is I actually dipped them into some coarse granulated sugar, just so that they would have a nice crispy exterior with all that sugar on the outside. Then bake these at 375 degrees for about 10 minutes or so until they are golden brown and puffy. And while they were still warm, I removed them from the cookie sheet and put them on a cooling rack because that sugar that kind of melted out of the cookies will harden and it'll be all stuck together. And there they are. Those are the Nutella ones. Now these ones were gorgeous. They retained that little curlicue shape in the center. They're beautiful and they are delicious. If you love puff pastry, you're going to enjoy these very much. Now the rainbow ones didn't turn out quite as good. I mean, they're very colorful and they look great. The problem I had with them was they didn't hold that little curlicue shape in the center. They opened up and I had some big gaps in there and ended up with things that looked a little like number 6s or maybe a lowercase g or a 9, depending on which way you hold it. They were quite fun and quite easy to make, and if you love puff pastry with all those delicious little crispy layers, you're going to enjoy these. Hope you give them a try. Thanks for watching. I am going to include this recipe in my rainbow playlist where I have a ton of awesome rainbow goodies. If you want to see this, go ahead and click right on your screen or see the link in the description box below the video. Bye-bye.